everybody and welcome to the channel, Bob's Sales, this time's next year. Fantastic Four issue 2 drops to the VEVE app Thursday the 3rd of August, 8 AM PT, which of course is 4 PM UK time. But of course, before we get into the drop, let's get into the story. The Fantastic Four is a superhero team created by Stan Lee and the very underrated Jack Kirby. The Fantastic Four team actually made their debut in 1961 with the Fantastic Four, you guessed it, issue 1. The team consists of Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, and the Thing, which is Ben Grimm. Kirby was asked to help on Lee's new book, and together they sat down to craft a super team which were unlike any other superheroes before them. This would allow them to build stories of a kind never before seen in comics. These characters were recognisably human, with flaws and complex relationships to each other, despite the amazing powers and heroic mission they had on hand. Their origin story also relied on science, incorporating ideas which loomed large in the public mind in 1961. This was because of the space race and the interest in space at the time. It was actually because of an experimental space flight that the Fantastic Four got their powers and become so fantastical. While not pushing beyond the child-friendly content, as comics like Deadpool would do these days, these stories were for kids, but they were also for adults, and adults could also enjoy a deeper level of sympathy. They would sympathise with the hero's problems and relationships. Of course, they were not aliens, orphans, robots, Amazonians, or even billionaires. These are people. They are essentially friends, a team, a family, the idea of heroes who felt doubt, guilt and fear, as well as hope and determination. Now, I know I've mentioned it before in other videos about Jack Kirby being more than a pencilist. Again, while Lee brought a lot to the partnership, Kirby drew on his experience to craft their visual identity. We can actually thank Kirby for the Thing's orange brick-like skin, as well as the group's distinctive costumes. Skin-tight, minimalist masterpieces, which still don close to the variations of that to this day. But Jack Kirby, the King, didn't even introduce the iconic bodysuits until issue 3. And even on the cover of Fantastic Four, issue 1, Marvel's first family is shown battling evil in their street clothes. As for Fantastic Four, issue 2, it was released in January 1962. In this comic, the team faces off against shape-shifting aliens, the Skrulls. The issue was made during a time when Marvel Comics was experimenting with different character dynamics and storylines. This did help establish the Fantastic Four's popularity and also the future and the significance in the comic book world. You can actually thank this franchise for most of the comics we have today, from Stan Lee and Jack Kirby anyway. So that's been the story, let's get into the drop. Fantastic Four issue 2 drops to the VEVE app Thursday the 3rd of August, 8 AM PT, which of course is 4 PM UK time. The list price for this comic is going to be the normal $6.99. This will be the 30-minute waitlist format. This comic will be mint in a total of 7,500 editions, and the first available public mint for sale will be 176. A total of 355 editions across all rarities will be kept by VEVE and the licensed source. The classic common cover will be mint in 4,500 editions. The dreaded uncommon will be mint in 1,687 editions. The rare will be mint in 750. The ultra rare will be mint in 375. And my favourite of the bunch this time, the secret rare, will be mint in 189 editions only. Now, as you can tell by the history, this is quite a significant key book. In the real world, this comic's going to cost you $65,000 for a 9.8. Now again, I would like 5 different covers rather than black and white versions of the same covers. However, I am going to go for this drop. Whether you're flipping or collecting, this is definitely going to be one you don't want to miss. Now, the uncommon's probably likely to go under retail. However, I'm not sure about the rest. I'm probably going to put about 4.5 gems on the common. The uncommon will be sat just under that, and everything else will be over retail.
I can go higher!
Johnny, just back it down.
So let me know your thoughts. Are you going for this drop? Do you like this drop? As always, I've been your host, Bob Sales. This time next year, we will be millionaires. Peace.